Internet, and welcome to the Colony After Show on IGN, where we are going to talk about the first episode of Colony, which premiered tonight. I'm here with Ryan Condal, co-creator and executive producer of Colony, Peter Jacobson, who plays the villainous Alan Snyder, and Sarah Wayne Callies, who plays Katie, the wife of Will and a Resistance member. So let's kick it off right now. You guys have shot this thing. Talk to me a little bit about how you two conceived this project and where the gem of the idea came from.
Well, Carlton and I met a few years ago on a different project for NBC. It was a pilot that we created together and actually made, but sadly was not picked up. Coming out of, kind of as we were licking our wounds from the defeat at NBC, I came to Carlton and I said, hey, I have this, this idea for this kind of, modern day occupied Los Angeles and sort of an allegory for Nazi-occupied France, and I have this idea for this guy who is forced to be a collaborator, and oh, by the way, his wife is in Resistance. So sort of it was just a germ of an idea right there, but Carlton really sparked to it very quickly, and we just started spitballing, and we've always had this really great creative shorthand together.
Mr. Bram, sir. Here's your list. Now what do I say?
Bring oranges and staples only.
Amazing. Love you. Good morning. Good morning. You stink. Or is it you? You stink. You stink.
I'm curious for you, Sarah, why does Katie keep joining the Resistance a secret from Will?
Because it would put him in danger. You can't be forced to reveal information you don't know. I think they have a dynamic where Will, as somebody who used to be in the armed services, who used to be with the FBI, he's the one in the family to whom everyone defers for issues of safety, and he's our guy.
Love you.
Take care of him, okay?
Will probably wouldn't be real open to her being like, I have a strategic plan for this family. That's just not her role. I think she's convinced herself that it's all happening for reasons that are very much on the up and up. But initially, I think it all comes from a place of trying to protect him both from the occupation and from the Resistance itself.
On the other side of the Resistance, we have Peter playing Alan, who is a very, very happy collaborator, it seems like. We learn a lot more about this world in occupied Los Angeles through meeting him. I'm curious for you, do you view Alan as a villain in this story?
He is a bad guy. He is a badass. He finds himself with a lot of power. I think what's fascinating about the character and what's so fun to play is it's not that he's excited and giddy about it, but there's two very strange competing energies there, which is a way of being and a power that none of us can even dream about.
When you guys came onto the project, were you like, please tell me what the deal is with the host, or did you find out as slowly with the scripts as we as the viewers will?
I think we've all got different approaches to that, and you guys have been, I actually think Ryan and Carlton have been really generous in working with us on our own terms. I mean, Josh is somebody who's a very intuitive actor. He wants to be in the moment, and he doesn't want to know what's coming down the pike. So they've been really generous with, I asked to read ahead a little bit so that I could have a sense of what was going on, provided me with those scripts. Josh kind of went, la la la, I don't want to know. And that was honored as well, so.
I'm exactly like you are. Ryan can probably attest to some of those conversations trapped on the lot. Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
Now, one thing I love about this and immediately made me adore Katie is that she is a whiskey drinker, but like good whiskey. How did you guys decide to like bring that in as, sort of showcasing that she's a bartender, but also it's sort of like a fun element of their relationship of how they're coping with what they're dealing with?
Yeah, I mean, I think the point of inspiration there, one of Carlton and my favorite movies ever, also, it's on the AFI, probably top 3, is Casablanca. And we really loved, Rick Blaine's character, Humphrey Bogart's character in that. And, I think Katie is a much different character than that, but we love this idea of this bar being kind of one of our standing sets on the show, where many different people would kind of flow through, agents on both sides of the conflict, and people that had secrets and would come to her with issues. And then there's also this great meeting place for her to use, and then the Resistance exploits it when they need a meeting place. And we love that as a point of reference for the character. I mean, I think Katie goes to much different places than Rick's character does, and we see the kind of the human side of her. It's just such a romantic setting, and using that that kind of throwback feel of this place that's totally off the grid. The internet doesn't exist any longer. People actually have to interact face to face. That's where all that came from.
I want to pop up Yonk in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here right now. Why not, right?
We need to develop the drink. We need the Yonk drink.
Yeah.
We need to come up with.
It's not just whiskey neat. Well, thank you all so much for coming to the first episode of the IGN Colony After Show. Stay tuned next week when we will all start discussing the second episode of Colony.
You gotta get out. This is what I do, Katie.